right, erythrocytes. Okay, anemia. We talked about anemia a little bit, and some of you have experienced anemia at one time in your life. And a characteristic of that is being tired, fatigued. That is a key characteristic of an anemic situation. And of course, now there is a term you might want to write in right here that's not here. It'll come up later. You might want to write this term hypoxia. Hypoxia, Hypoxia. I may have it later. I may even have it in the next slide, but it wouldn't hurt to have it twice. The word hypoxia, that is where the tissue is, it doesn't have enough oxygen, where there's a little bit of oxygen, there's a lack of oxygen in tissue. That's hypoxia. And so that term will come up, you'll hear that. We'll talk about it more in respiration. We'll talk about hypoxic, that type of thing. So that is anemia. So now types of anemias, I just kind of mentioned these for you. It's kind of just right down that. You can read it. That's all that counts. You can read that, and that's what's important. All right, anemias. Okay. Well, there's hemorrhagic anemia, obviously. The carotid artery's cut. That's hemorrhagic anemia. All right, the aorta blows out as a result of an aneurysm. That's hemorrhagic. It doesn't have to be that severe. Hemorrhagic bleeding. That's a hemorrhagic, well, it can be caused by various things. Can be due to such things as large wounds, stomach ulcers, excessive menstrual bleeding, that kind of stuff. All that can lead to this anemia type idea. And so that would be something like that. Iron deficiency anemia. Maybe there's some reason that iron is not being taken up, not being actively transported. Maybe there's a deficiency of iron in the diet for some reason.
That's like the main for pregnancy is iron deficiency.
Iron deficiency, because, well, you have to remember that the fetus is a parasite. And the fetus will sap everything.
The child.
Even after they're born, they're a parasite, right? All right, that's right. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, so the fetus will sap. It will take care of itself at the expense of the mother. Believe me, trust me. The fetus doesn't care. All right, it's going to take care of itself. All right, iron deficiency due to excessive loss, deficient intake. Now, I mentioned here a while ago, poor absorption for some reason. Not being absorbed properly for some reason. So that would be iron deficiency anemia. Now, if you had got any luck, Adrian, by taking iron supplements or by increasing iron to get the iron level up and so forth, why is iron important? Why? We just think of the word hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. Just think of the word hemoglobin. The hemoglobin has the iron chelated in the middle of the molecule. So the iron is absolutely important. Okay. All right. So there, obviously. And what is the chemical symbol for iron? Fe. Fe. Right. All right. Hemolytic. I want to make sure you knew. Hemolytic anemia. Well, the hemolytic, one of the key examples of this, rupture, premature iron pores in the plasma, all that and so forth. A classic example of hemolytic, just a classic, is erythroblastosis fecalis. Are y'all familiar with that one? How many of you know that scenario? You know that scenario?
We were talking about it micro.
We're talking about it, we're talking about it over there.
Yeah,
So
the rhesus. The RH negative mom has an RH positive baby, and then it causes the.
Exactly. RH positive baby, and it will be, and I'm going to review it for everybody and show you a little diagram. The RH negative mom. How many of you women know what your RH factor is? What is yours? Yeah, see, that's why you know. Because you're RH negative, probably. Do you have any children? No, okay. Any of you moms in here that have children, do you know your RH factor? You know yours? You should know it. I guarantee you would know it if you were RH negative. The doctor would have said that OBGYN, you're RH negative, Mrs. So-and-so. You're RH negative. So, what's your husband? I don't know.